Ellie and Mikko are a married couple residing in a remote Finnish archipelago. For an extended period, the pastor and the housekeeper struggled to find suitable accommodation, ultimately opting to settle in the wilderness, where connectivity and internet access are nearly non-existent. While her husband is occupied with work, Ellie takes pleasure in the natural surroundings and engages in self-reflection. On the surface, this family appears entirely ordinary, with little of interest occurring in their daily lives. Their routine consists of lunch, dinner, and sleep, which are the primary connections between husband and wife, as they possess differing interests and perspectives on life. Sometime later, Mikko informs Ellie that due to the global pandemic, his friend wishes to visit them. This friend, who resides in Paris, is hindered by various restrictions that impede his creative endeavors, prompting Olavi to seek refuge with them for several months. Upon learning of the upcoming guest, Ellie prepares the home and cultivates a warm atmosphere. Shortly thereafter, Olavi arrives on the archipelago, having encountered the delightful Lina, a resident of the island. After welcoming their guest, Ellie retreats into the house, nearly overwhelmed with emotion, as she grapples with the revelation that she and Olavi once shared a romantic relationship. They formed a remarkable couple, yet the man departed, leading Ellie to meet Mikko, whom she subsequently married. Shortly thereafter, the couple finds a moment alone to discuss their past and clarify their emotions. It appears that all has been resolved, but at night, Ellie struggles to sleep, disturbed by the footsteps of Olavi, who resides in the room directly above theirs. In the following days, the couple spends time with their friend, yet Ellie increasingly suffers due to Olavi's presence. Mikko soon departs for work, assuring Ellie that he will return in a few days. Ellie opts to utilize her free time with her guest, guiding him around the island while sharing insights about her marriage. In the evening, Olavi prepares a rather unfortunate dinner and entertains the couple with his humor. In the meantime, Olavi engages in conversation with Lina and observes that she has another admirer who appears to have a genuine interest in her. As they make their way home, Ellie informs Olavi that Lina is actively on the lookout for a more suitable partner for marriage. Olavi would be an excellent choice for her, as he is not only attractive and well-educated but also possesses a cheerful disposition, ensuring that she would never find him dull. Upon returning home, Olavi scrutinizes Ellie closely, which leaves her feeling somewhat perplexed. They spend the entire evening together by the seaside, enjoying each other's company and indulging in a few drinks. When Ellie retires to her bedroom, she hears Olavi's footsteps, which stirs excitement within her, leading her to seek personal pleasure. The following morning, Olavi and Ellie go fishing, during which she confides in him her desire to escape the island and pursue happiness, but feels constrained by her husband. Olavi empathizes with her honesty, recognizing that they both have clear aspirations in life and are determined to achieve them. Upon returning home, Ellie contemplates changing her attire, but Olavi unexpectedly enters the bedroom. While she initially wishes for solitude, she finds the presence of an old acquaintance to be quite agreeable. Later, the couple retreats to the bedroom for privacy. Realizing that the sympathy and desires are mutual, Olavi seduces Eli in order to have a good time together. At some point, they were interrupted by Lena and other residents of the archipelago, who decided to visit their wife, Mikko. Eli would like to be alone with Olavi, but she cannot afford it. She, like an exemplary wife, receives guests and makes a small party. At some point, she is asked to light the bathhouse, but the only visitors are Olavi and Lina. Ellie is terribly jealous of her husband's friend for the charming girl, realizing that he chose Lina and not her. Back in the bedroom, Ellie cries and feels betrayed, but decides to return to the guests. At night, Olavi and the other guests set sail on the yacht to have fun and continue the party. At dawn, Olavi returns home and meets an angry Ellie. The woman did not sleep well and is chopping wood in order to somehow calm down and distract herself. A little later, Ellie and Olavi go to the beach to swim. A man is seduced by a woman's beauty, but she does not allow him to approach because she feels betrayed. On the way home, Ellie again succumbs to her feelings and takes the man's hand. Olavi, being in close proximity, is compelled to overhear Ellie's intimate sounds and feels envious of her husband. The next morning, Miko heads to church, while Ellie enjoys some time by the seaside. Upon her return home, she invites Olavi to accompany her to church to observe her husband's work there. Ellie increasingly finds her gaze shifting from Miko to his friend, reminiscing about her previous relationship. After the service, Miko informs her that he must leave the archipelago for a couple of days to attend a funeral on the mainland. At a certain moment, she expresses compassion for Olavi. However, he hesitates to pursue a personal relationship with her, given that she has been married for an extended period. Upon their return home, the couple discovers that Mickey has arrived from the mainland ahead of schedule. The preacher shares his reflections on the joys of island life, which have enabled him to comprehend many aspects he previously overlooked. Ellie, however, is entirely preoccupied with her own thoughts and pays no attention to her husband. In the evening, the couple enjoys each other's company, neglecting to close the bedroom door. Upon hearing the woman's moans, Olavi decides to peek into the room and catches a glimpse of the enchanting Ellie. She notices him as well but remains in her husband's embrace, intending to provoke jealousy in Olavi. The family friend returns to his own room, and upon hearing Ellie's voice, he feels a sense of satisfaction. The following morning, Olavi informs his friend that he cannot attend church with him due to an overwhelming workload and the need to complete a project. Ellie interprets this as a suggestion and also declines to accompany Miko, leading him to depart alone. Shortly thereafter, the woman directs her attention toward the family friend, but Olavi dismisses her advances, citing his commitment to a scientific endeavor. Ellie, feeling distressed, retreats to the seashore to practice yoga and find some tranquility. Upon her return home, she prepares dinner, engages with a musical instrument, and realizes that Olavi is missing. Concerned, she ventures into the forest and encounters a man who has opted for a brief stroll in the fresh air. Ellie expresses her interest in Olavi once more, but he rebuffs her advances. He recognizes their differing perspectives on life and acknowledges the barrier posed by her husband. Despite their shared feelings and past affection, Olavi is reluctant to pursue a personal relationship, understanding that it would be futile. Simultaneously, he confesses his love for Ellie, prompting her to question her current choice and contemplate the possibility of divorcing her husband. The following morning, Ellie proposes a boat excursion, and the pair embarks on a journey to a secluded island. After a brief exploration, she selects a picturesque spot on a rock for a small picnic. As they share mutual affection, Ellie and Olavi grow closer once again. While she permits herself a moment of joy, she is apprehensive about what may follow. Determined not to betray her husband, she abruptly concludes their outing and suggests they return home. Miko, upon returning from church, informs that today marks the anniversary of his first meeting with his wife and proposes a celebration in honor of the occasion. Ellie struggles with her emotions regarding Olavi, isolating herself in the bedroom as she screams in anguish and uncertainty. Concurrently, Miko engages in conversation with a friend, expressing his disappointment that his wife does not desire to have children. The man regards the incident with gravity and finds himself alone in his bedroom. Shortly thereafter, Eli comes to see him and expresses her remorse for her actions. Miko appreciates her candor and does not harbor anger towards his wife, as he values trust and honesty. A little while later, Olavi expresses his intention to depart, but Miko requests that his friend remain for a few more days. During lunch, the men reminisce about their youth and share amusing anecdotes from their long-standing friendship. At one point, Miko proposes that they focus on the present rather than dwell on the past, and he picks up a firearm. He suggests that they create new experiences in his life, aiming the weapon at his best friend's head, still unable to forgive his wife and companion for their betrayal. Miko contemplates ending it all but finds himself unable to summon the necessary courage and begins to weep. Olavi decides to leave the archipelago, and his friends accompany him to the ship. Before departing, he invites Eli to join him, but she declines, opting to stay with her husband. As Olavi sails away, Eli and Miko return to their home. In the evening, the couple embraces and attempts to move forward with their lives. During their conversation, Eli confesses her fear of being completely honest with her husband. This revelation deeply offends him, as he envisions a complete family and cannot comprehend what his wife lacks in this regard. As Miko steps out to prepare the barbecue, Olavi voices his discontent to Ellie. He harbors jealousy towards Miko, feeling possessive of Ellie and resenting her husband's presence. Later in the evening, Miko continues to shower his wife with affection, which only serves to irritate her further. Eventually, Ellie reaches her breaking point and confronts her husband, demanding that he keep his distance. In a bid to find solitude, she flees from their home to reflect on her thoughts. She takes a swim in the sea and relaxes on the shore before returning home. After seeking forgiveness from Miko for her earlier behavior, Ellie ascends to Olavi's bedroom. That night, she betrays Miko by engaging in an affair with his best friend, untroubled by the possibility of her husband overhearing them in the morning. Miko ascends to the second floor and discovers his wife and Olavi together in bed. Miko demonstrates a profound understanding and is prepared to move past the events that transpired, as his love for his wife surpasses all else. Before long, the couple's life resumes its usual rhythm. Miko serves as a pastor, while Ellie finds joy in nature and often climbs her cherished apple tree. Upon their return home, the couple retreats to their bedroom, where they begin the process of rebuilding trust in one another. After some time, Ellie sits by the window and spots a deer concealed among the bushes nearby. Recognizing that her heart belongs solely to her husband, she takes the initiative to invite Miko to accompany her for a fishing trip. As she gazes at her beloved, Ellie comes to the realization that he is the only person with whom she wishes to share her life. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoy and subscribe. Until next time.